hard to explain. It's like, John treats everybody the same, you know? He's just as excited about seeing somebody he doesn't really know as he is seeing me. So, what's different about me if he's just as excited about seeing some acquaintance? You know, if I don't like somebody, I don't act like I do. Well, that's probably why a lot of people think I'm a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that I know people think you're a bitch. I'm saying I know what you mean. And I'm not so sure people think you're a bitch, do they?
I feel like they do.
Well, maybe you are. Really, I wouldn't pay much attention. I know that I just don't feel a connection with very many people, so I don't waste much time with people I don't feel one with.
Right? I don't feel a connection with many people either, except for John. Can I tell you something personal? I feel like I can. Something I couldn't tell John, or wouldn't tell him.
It's up to you, but I'll warn you, if you do, I might do the same.
Okay. I think sex is overrated. I think people place way too much importance on it, and the whole idea that women want it just as bad as men is total crap. I mean, I'm not saying that women don't want it, they don't want it the way that men think they do. Okay, now I'm getting confused. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I think so. I remember reading somewhere that men learn to love what they're attracted to, whereas women become more and more attracted to what they love.
Yes. I think that's very true.
So what about kids?
Kids, what about them?
Do you want them?
Yeah, actually I do. John doesn't though.
Why's that?
I don't know. He said he wants to wait, so I stopped asking. So, tell me something personal.
Do you want me to tell you?
As long as it's not gross, like a scar or something. It has to be something like mine. Something about you.
Agreed. I'm impotent.
You're what?
Impotent.
Are you?
Well, let's put it this way. I am unable to achieve an erection in the presence of another person, so for all practical purposes, I'm impotent.
Does that bother you?
Not usually. I mean, most guys I know can't think straight with an erection, so I feel like as far as being clear-headed goes, I'm ahead of the game.
Are you self-conscious about it?
Not usually. I mean, I'm not self-conscious like you are. You've got to be the most attractive, self-conscious person I've ever met.
Why do you say I'm self-conscious?
Well, I've been watching you. I've watched you eat, I've watched you speak, I've watched the way you move, and I see somebody who's extremely conscious of being looked at. I think you really believe that people are looking at you all the time, and you know what?
What?
They are looking at you, and you're truly breathtaking. I don't think you understand the effect your appearance has on people. I mean, men want to possess you, women want to be you, and those that don't or can't resent you. And the fact that you're a nice person just makes it worse.
That's what my therapist said.
You're in therapy?
Aren't you?
No, I'm not. I actually used to be. My therapist was rather, ineffectual at dealing with my problems. Of course, I lied to him constantly, so I suppose I can't take all the responsibility.
So you don't believe in therapy?
I believe in it for some people. But for me, it was just silly. I was confused going in, and so I have this theory that you can't take advice from anyone that you don't know intimately.
Well, my therapist knows me intimately.
You've had sex with your therapist?
Of course not.
Oh, see, I meant someone you've had sex with. That's part of the theory.
Excuse me for asking, but how would you know?
Well, I wasn't always impotent.
So you said never take advice from someone that you don't know intimately, right?
Basically, yes.
So, I've never had sex with you.
So by your own advice, I shouldn't accept your advice.
That's correct. Bit of a dilemma, isn't it?